Hello, my pretties. It's Shadow the Line Queen here, and welcome back to another episode of Shadows and Pretties. This is episode 378, and today we're going to look at this movie called Wyvern, also known as Dragon. This is a 2009 Canadian American horror movie. So, pretty much, this film is the 15th movie of the Maneater series, which I do have to say this is a really awesome film because this one involves dragons, which I think that is really neat, and I think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to talk about the plot of this movie. And didn't you know that in Japan it's titled as Jurassic Predator? I did not even know that, but yeah. Anyways, I'm going to talk about the plot of this movie in case if you guys have not seen this movie in a really long time or would just want a refresher, and of those who have not seen it. Basically, the small Alaskan town of Beaver Hill Mills is located on the North Arctic Circle, prepares for an annual celebration of the summer solstice when the sun does not set. Meanwhile, a wyvern of beast similar appearance to a dragon is released by melting the ice caps, and the fisherman on the shore of the lake nearby gets attacked by the dragon. So in town, ice trucker Jake Sutter acts as a handyman fixing the steps of a cafe. Jake had an accident with his truck nearby months prior, in which his brother died. Jake had minor injuries and is waiting in Beaver Mills for his insurance claim to be settled. So one morning, Sheriff Dawson and Jake hear gunshots, and they decide to go and investigate and find a man named Haas talking wildly about being attacked by a wyvern. They do not bodily harm believe him at first, thinking that he's just a little too asleep. But when Jake sees a bloody arm flying nearby, identified as Dr. David's, the three men return to town, and Dawson calls ahead to Claire, the cafe's owner, while they drive to ask her to have the townspeople gather, saying David is missing and that they may have been injured. He asks the deputy Susie to go out on the alarm's location to investigate. After they arrive in town, however, they explain that the doc is missing and things do not look good for him. While they are talking, Susie comes in holding the arm, and Dawson reprimands her, telling her to put it in the cooler at the office. So Dawson advises them all to be careful, and they obviously have a predator loose in the area. But then they have to leave to investigate another incident. While this happens, the Colonel, a military man, has a couple of odd things happen at home, like his dog disappearing and a moose's head being dropped onto his hot tub. He sees the wyvern at home and again while going to town to warn the citizens, but they do not believe him. He asks Vinley for Hampton, who runs the town's radio station, to broadcast an emergency warning, but she refuses, saying that she cannot have the answers to a high authority. So Dawson has told Deputy Susie to keep an eye on the town, so she is there watching the goings-ons at the Solstice Festival. He gets to the location he was called for and finds the owner and the animals dead in the barn, but slips on the blood as he turns to leave and hits his head, losing consciousness. In town, Vinley sees the wyvern from her window and tries to make an emergency broadcast, but is stopped when the creature rips out her antenna. So Sheriff Dawson comes in and calls Susie, wanting her to stop the festival and get everyone home. She starts making this announcement to the crowd using a megaphone. Meanwhile, the wyvern flies up behind her and kills her. Several others unfortunately get killed, while some, like Haas and Vinley, take refuge in the cafe. While all this is going in town, Jake and Claire have tracked the wyvern around the mound in the forest, and afterwards run into the Colonel. The interstate, which brings the people in and out of town, is full of cars, trucks, and RVs, crashed and attacked by the wyvern. Intent on keeping the town secluded, they decided to return to Beaver Mills and do not see badly wounded David on the far side. That was truly a nest. He manages to look in and see three large dark orange eggs. The wyvern flies overhead and envelops the doctor. So back in Beaver Mills, Sheriff Dawson arrives and is killed by the wyvern. However, when Claire and Jake and Colonel arrive, everyone takes stock go somewhere in town to get supplies, and while returning to the cafe, a man named Farley is scraped across his chest by the beast's tail and is helped into the building. So the Wyvern eventually drops David in the middle of town as a bait to draw people out of the cafe. David screams for help. Helps the bod bloody in pain. Jake goes to rescue him while Farley distracts the Wyvern. But unfortunately he gets killed, and David mentions that the Wyvern has eggs, then dies. So Claire, Jake, and Haz, Vainly, and the Colonel decide to electrify the nest with items that the beast used to construct it and kill the Wyvern. The creature kills Haz and escapes after it's shocked and flies off. The Colonel starts shooting the eggs, but Jake stops him and says that they could be bait. So the survivors dive away, but stop after seeing what looks like a brand new tractor in the side of the road. Jake's claimful fulfilled. Jake comes up with a plan to kill the Wyvern, saying that he needs the dog's GPS and the eggs strapped into the truck, and he drives off alone. And the GPS says that he is approaching his destination. The Wyvern appears and attacks the vehicle, and the truck reaches its destination. And Jake bails off the tractor, sails off a cliff, and explodes. So while everyone is waiting for Jake to appear at Claire's cafe, as the sky gets darker, he soon does. Sauntering and around the corner restaurant, Claire hugs him. The others ask about the rig, and Jake says that he does not need it. He likes it there, and he glances at Claire, and that's pretty much the movie. I definitely do have to really say that this is actually a really good film. I mean, this is involving a dragon, pretty much on the loose, which I think it's pretty cool. While it's a really good concept, and I do like the plot of it and everything, I do think that this movie is just really good. Because, me, I like dragons, and this movie is just a really good film. I personally really have to say, for a movie that came out in 2009, this is actually a really great film. Because it involves a dragon, which is a pretty cool movie in my eyes. Now, I definitely do have to say that, any horror movies involving dragons, it's going to be a really good film. And this one is a really good movie. I personally do like it. I think it's a really neat, well-made film. I like the characters, the actors. I like the plot of the movie. It's just a really great film. And I think you can watch parts of it on YouTube, like the trailer, but you can also get this movie on Amazon, because that's where you can find this movie on DVD on Amazon, which I definitely recommend this movie. If you love dragons, then this is definitely one movie for you. If you like horror, this is definitely a movie for you. If you like the Maneater series, this is definitely a movie you need to check out. Overall, you really do have to check out this film. I personally really like it. I think it's, neat, well done. The gore is pretty good here and there, because you do get some gory scenes with these horror movies here and there. But I definitely do recommend this movie. So, anyways, guys, with that being said and that being the case, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Did you like it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this movie a lot better? Feel free to let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm Shadow the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications when it uploads. That way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, if you guys want to go follow me on Twitter, follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on DeviantArt, as well as follow my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo, as links to all those will be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow me on there. And that's pretty much all I have to really say about this movie. But if I'm missing something that I did not talk about, please let me know what it is in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll be catching you guys all in the next video. And as always, I'll see you all next time.